Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It's cold. Is it cold where you're at? It's so cold here, you guys. When I woke up this morning, it was probably 24 degrees, something like that. It was so cold. I went out in the front room in my living room. I have a little heater here with me, so this room wasn't too cold, but it was 63 degrees in my house. That's cold. It's about 5 o'clock here right now, and it's warmed up to 33 degrees. Can you believe it? Now, I know everybody's experiencing cold except for Florida and very southeast there. But Florida is like 70 and 80 degrees. No wonder everybody wants to move to Florida. Darn it. You know, they have good weather, except for they have to, survive hurricanes. So you got to take a little bit of bad with the good, right? Anyway, I hope everybody is doing okay. I know we're freezing cold, but it's going to pass, right? This is going to pass. Uh, the groundhog said we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter, and I don't think it's going to be 6 weeks for us, but it's going to be cold here for the next 3 days throughout the weekend. It's going to continue to be cold. So it's colder than they said it was going to be. It's going to be the coldest tonight, I think. So we've put a little heater inside our well house. Y'all know we have a well, and it's not insulated or anything. So we put a little heater out there, and as long as we have electricity, that'll stay nice and warm, and all our um, stuff won't freeze. All our pipes and all of that, it won't freeze. Hopefully, so say a prayer, y'all. We don't want anything to freeze. We've kept our water running all day long, all night long. It's still just dripping a little bit, running. But my husband's been cooking and everything, so he's had the water on and off all day long. He made us lunch. I've been working all day. I basically stayed in my room all day because this is the warmest room. Look, this is my heater. This is a little heater right here next to me. Addie's right there on the bed asleep. She stayed in here too because she knows it's nice and warm in here. But there's a fire going out front. It's pretty warm out there now. We have central heat, but I didn't want to turn it on because I don't, I'm like, do we really need it? Okay, we need it. I did turn it on. It's going too. Now we've got central heat going, heater going, and the fireplace going because it's so cold. So hopefully y'all are staying warm and doing good. I'm going to do a little bit something different today. Instead of doing a reading, I'm going to just give y'all some information that I have gotten from Spirit. And it's kind of interesting and a little fun. So we're going to say right now, um, for entertainment purposes only. Get that out right, because I don't want to get in trouble, right? Nobody wants to get in any trouble. So I just had a meditation and I asked, what is the message that you guys need to hear today? What can I tell you guys? And this is what Spirit showed me today. I'm seeing Trump and he's skating on thin ice, right? Uh, it's almost like a skateboard. When you're your foot's on one skateboard and the other foot is making you go. I don't see a skateboard, but I see he's like pushing himself with that one foot and he's sliding across the ice really fast and he's just pushing and the ice is nice and slick and it's really easy to move across and he easily can just go faster and faster and faster, and that's what I'm watching him do. And as he's zipping around seamlessly across all that ice, pumping away, he gets to a curve. And when he gets to this curve, he starts to lean, like kind of like when you're riding a motorcycle, and when you get on a curve or a bike and your bike starts leaning into the curve. That's how he is. He leans and leans until he just splat out, falls on the ice. And the ice is so slick. He just goes sailing across the ice. And didn't make me feel bad at all when I saw that. But the weird thing was this ice started melting and turning to water. And when this turned to water, I saw Elon Musk. He came up in one of those, I think they're called wave runners, one of those little single motorized jet ski. Yeah, jet ski. He comes up on a jet ski and he picks Trump up. He rescues Trump. That's what I'm seeing, okay? And this, I don't know what this means, so maybe y'all can decipher it. I don't understand this, but Elon Musk goes like this. He goes, I don't know what that means. Like something round, like he turns around and goes like that. Do y'all get that? What is that? Like a shape of a round. I don't know. I don't understand what that means. But that's what I'm being shown. Maybe it'll be revealed later on, or maybe y'all can comment down below and tell me what do you think it means. I don't understand it all. I had to stop and turn off that heater. It was blowing on me. It was too much. I had enough of it. Okay. Now, when I see Elon Musk, I see another, I feel like this is another country that's closing in on him. I know there's a lot of lawsuits here, against Elon Musk and all the things that he's doing, but I feel like this is the UK because they look like they're British, like the way that they're marching and stuff, the way they're dressed, and they're marching towards Musk. So I don't know. Maybe another country will get him. Hopefully, there is a woman around Musk, and the energy that I'm getting is this is taking up a lot of his focus. It, how can I say it? A lot of his attention. This has taken up a lot of his attention. This is very concerning to him. That's what I'm getting. Very concerning. And I feel like that she's not too happy with him. This could be the mother of his son, X. I think it's her. And she's showing me she's exercising. She's showing me she's exercising. So I feel like what they're showing me is she's exercising her rights. And Musk doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. And I think that, for the first time, Musk has this affection for his son, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure it is. He's infatuated with this boy. I mean, completely infatuated. Maybe he's in love with him. You could say in love. I say infatuated, but his son is just like him. He reminds him of himself, and he thinks it's adorable and wonderful. So Musk is shaping his character. He's influencing his views um, in a way that he couldn't do with his other children. So he's got this connection with this boy that he didn't have with his other kids. I bet his kids, other children may be a little bit jealous of that connection, but he's really has a deep affinity for this child and a deep connection. And I'm being shown that Musk does and will handpick every one of X's teachers. He will not have a normal education, not even a normal education for somebody that's privileged and rich. It's going to be even completely different from that. That's what I'm being shown. So going back to Donald Trump, I didn't see exactly what happened to him after he was rescued, but I do want to go into the energy of the public, the Republicans, their energy of how that they're feeling about Trump, like their approval of Trump, put it that way. I did hear that his approval rating was like 41%. It's down. So I just wanted to go into that energy and see what's going on there and how are they really feeling. And there's many of them that I'm being shown. I see it they're completely regretting their vote. They see or feel that this country's in a very dark place and that there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of sadness because they feel like they're at blame for what's happening to this country. They feel ashamed and at blame and miserable. Okay, the analogy I'm being shown here is like when somebody's chopping down a tree, you're chopping down a tree, and then you accidentally chop off your hand. Don't worry, I don't see blood and all that. They're just showing it to me. They're just giving me an analogy, but not without any gore. There's no gore or anything. So just chopping down a tree, you take, accidentally you chop off your own hand because made a bad decision, I guess. And the feel here is Trump's gone too far, right? That he's gone too far, and it's just put us in a very dark place. So, not every single Republican feels that way, but a lot of them feel that way now. A lot of them do. And more will come on board. And that's the whole reason why we're going through this is to get people's attention and say, hey, look what you're doing to other people. Look how miserable you're making this whole country. Is this what you wanted? But they have to see that. And some people, it has to actually affect them before them to actually understand what's going on. A lot of people, it hasn't affected them yet, but it will. In the long run, it will because they're going to know somebody that you know, this is affecting their life in a very negative way. All these executive orders and all these things Trump is doing, and they're going to think twice about it. So the next person I want to take a look at is that Hampton Dellinger, I think his name is. There's a Supreme Court decision coming on February 27th. He's that guy that Trump fired, right? He was serving a 5-year post, and he was confirmed by the Senate. He's a special counsel, I guess that is special counsel. So he was confirmed by the Senate. He was into 1 year of a 5-year term, and he got fired by Trump. And he's like, no, it's like, I have a contract. You can't fire me, and I want my job back. And so he's gone through a bunch of lower courts, and they've all ruled in his favor. So, of course, Donald Trump has taken him to the Supreme Court to say, I can fire whoever I want because I'm the king. I'm the king. And this is what Spirit showed me. This is another one of those weird things, y'all, you're going to have to help me with. I'm being shown monkeys, listen to this, trying to wrap up big old lollipops that have been licked. They're trying to wrap them back up and put them back in place. Put the lollipop back in place after it's been licked. It's all licked up. Have you ever tried to put the wrapper over a lollipop that's been licked up? It's just about impossible to do, It's already sticky and licked up and everything, and you can't get it on good anymore. So that could mean that the damage has already been done and can't be reversed. So I think he has his job right now. Could that mean that Donald Trump can't reverse it? I'm not sure. Does that mean Donald Trump can't reverse it, or the Supreme Court can't reverse what Donald Trump has done? Which one is it? I'm not even 100% sure, but that's what they're showing me. It's kind of weird. It's funny. It's weird. I could never think of this on my own, but that's the analogy they're giving me. The next thing that I'm taking a look at is Mayor Eric Adams. He was indicted on conspiracy, wire fraud, soliciting foreign campaign contributions, and bribery. And all of a sudden, it's all gone away because the DOJ said, let's drop all the charges. And Mayor Adams, you support our immigration policy and you be our, lackey. And then we'll make all this go away for you. But, the prosecutors there that have made these cases, they've all they've quit. They've quit. They're like, no, hell no. We're not going to drop this case. No, I'll quit before I drop this case, because they must have some really good, ammunition on him. So the governor of New York can have him removed, but will she? Will she do that? And I'm asking, is he going to be removed? Is he going to be gone? And what I'm seeing is that he gets pushed out, but I feel like it's by a man. And I know the governor's a woman, but I'm seeing men's shoes, and like he gets stomped on by a man. So I feel like a man pushes him out. And I hope he's a Democrat, because I feel like he's getting pushed out for sure. So we'll see how long that takes, but yeah, it's coming down the pipe, definitely. And today I saw reported that Donald Trump signed another executive order giving himself power over regulatory agencies like the Consumer Protection Agency, the Safety Commission, I guess it's called Consumer Protect, Protective Safety. I don't know. You know what it is, right? It's where they would recall something like a baby seat. Remember those? Those got recalled one after the other. The baby seats weren't up to snuff, and they recalled the baby seats so that your kid wouldn't get hurt. Also, I remember baby strollers being recalled. Babies were getting their fingers caught in the stroller, and actually, some of them had their fingers amputated. So they recalled all this. So products that aren't safe for our children, for ourselves, we have a consumer watchdog watching over that, and we need it, and we need that not to be inhibited, through Trump, be controlled by any outside agency. They need to watch for our protection. So all these executive actions are actually, even though it feels like right now to all of us that we're being inflicted with all this pain that he's causing us with his executive actions, but what Spirit is showing me is it's self-inflicted. He's hurting himself. In the long run, he's hurting himself all the way. You know, even when we come here to this life and we have a job to do and we have a path that we need to go on and we have decisions that we have to make every day, and just because Trump came here and maybe he's here to open everybody's eyes, to bring us back together, to make us understand that we're better together than apart, and to teach us about having empathy and compassion and love for each other, and I do believe that that was his job to do that. That doesn't mean that other decisions that he makes are correct and good. Understand? There are some things that he could be doing uh, that aren't so hurtful and so bad. It's like, I don't know, he's drunk on power, pretty much. That's what I feel like. He's gone above and beyond what he was brought here to do, in my opinion. So that's where the um, infliction comes. He's inflicting harm on his soul. There's lessons that he's going to have to learn. He's going to have to go back and say, when he gets to the other side, why did I do this? Or I should have done this better. And maybe he's going to have to come back here and learn more lessons. And God hope I'm not here when he's doing it. I know y'all don't want to be either. But he's inflicting harm on himself because people aren't going to stand for it. They're just not going to stand for it. And that's the beauty of this all, I guess, because it's going to bring us all together. Even the people that, voted for him, they're going to say enough is enough. Even the people right now that are saying, okay, he's still doing a good job, it's going to come around. I really can't wait to see the senators and the House. I can't wait for them to finally step up and say, we've had enough. That's enough. I don't know how much that they'll take before they'll say that's enough. But that's a lot. I know that's a lot, you guys. But just know he's harming himself, because that's how it works. When you hurt another person, you're harming yourself. That's all there is to it. That's why we want to love other people, show kindness, compassion. We're loving ourselves because whatever you give out into the world comes back to you tenfold. Okay, so here's the last portion of this message. We're going through a period of darkness for our nation, and it's going down in history. We're making history right now. It's going to forever be remembered. And just note, um, this is a weird thing, but just note or just remember that when we emerge from this pile of dirt that Trump has thrown on us, because people aren't really liking the United States right now, and it's like we're covered in dirt, because of all the things Trump's doing. When we reach out our dirty and dusty hands, our friends will still be there to pull us back up on our feet. Remember that, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to remember. We have friends, and they're always going to be there for us. So it's going to be okay, y'all. We're going to get through it. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. Let me know if you like this sort of readings, a little bit different, just a little energy work, just doing some, diving into energy and feeling it out instead of reading the cards to you. Let me know which ones that you prefer. But if you would like to get a reading with me, look down below. And there's my email. If you'd like a healing session or some energy work done, sometimes you need to clear out your energy because there's just too much. There's just too much. I have to ground my energy and clean my energy too all the time because there's just too much. You can do it yourself though. You can go outside. I know it's really cold right now. If you can't go outside, that's fine. You can do it inside. Just take your energy down to Mother Earth and ask for a release. Release anything that's no longer serving you. Just take all that energy down. Take a deep breath and then pull it back up. Do it a couple of times and release, release, release. But if you need some other chakra balancing or some other energy healing, I'm happy to help you out. So I hope to hear from you. Y'all take care and do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Stay warm, guys. Love you so much. Bye for now.